Spartanscom signed a multi-million-dollar, 12-month partnership with Real American Freestyle ahead of its August 1 global launch. The Spartanscom RAF partner angle matters because the partnership is less about sponsorship noise and more about whether sports exposure converts. The tension is whether RAF partnership turns into a durable change or simply a sharp data point. That is why the first read should stay close to the confirmed numbers: 12-month deal, 100M deposits, and the immediate checkpoint around August 1 launch. For a market structure story, the useful readout is how capital, liquidity, rates, or risk appetite changes after the first move. The reason to keep watching is that the next checkpoint can change the meaning of the first move. The starting point is that the beta has reported more than $100 million in deposits, $40 million in gross gaming revenue, and a top 14 crypto casino ranking. The key baseline details are 40M GGR and 7M leaderboard, which give the story scale without requiring speculation. This scene grounds the viewer before the mechanism takes over. If the baseline changes, the rest of the story changes with it, because the consequence depends on whether those confirmed details keep holding. The most important baseline split is between what is already visible and what still needs confirmation from the next public signal. That scope keeps the segment focused on the mechanism that actually changes outcomes. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Under the surface, RAF supplies branded exposure through matte logos, corner pads, naming rights, and event highlights to a sports audience built around high-variance entertainment. That is the working engine behind Spartanscom RAF partner, and it explains why the event cannot be read only as a surface move. In this case, the mechanism connects 12-month deal with August 1 launch. When that connection weakens, the story becomes less about the initial number and more about whether the system, market, or policy process can absorb stress. That mechanism is the reason a viewer should watch process quality, not just the largest number in the story. The real-world consequence sits with the partnership turns the launch into a user acquisition test, where attention only matters if the betting platform can convert and retain users. For viewers, the useful question is who actually has to react: users, traders, issuers, regulators, operators, or institutions. Here, Spartanscom sits at the center of that reaction, while Real American Freestyle shapes the next practical step. The consequence is strongest where the event changes access, trust, liquidity, compliance planning, or the cost of making a decision. That makes the impact measurable through behavior, not through hype around the topic. The careful reading is the deal's commercial value is not proven until RAF traffic produces repeat activity after the global launch. That limit matters because the confirmed facts do not automatically prove the most aggressive interpretation. The safer split is to treat 100M deposits as established context, while leaving the unresolved part open until a stronger signal appears. That keeps the story useful without turning a partial data point into a conclusion. The open point should remain separate from the confirmed facts until a filing, market move, patch, data release, or official action closes the gap. If later evidence changes the read, the story should adjust around that evidence. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The deciding signal is the next signal is how launch period deposits, withdrawals, and active users change during RAF-branded events. For Spartanscom RAF partner, that is the point where the story either gains confirmation or stays stuck as an unresolved market, policy, security, or adoption question. The practical readout is to follow August 1 launch alongside the supporting details, RAF 9 Dallas and 12-month deal. If that next signal arrives, the story moves. If it does not, the only confirmed position is the one already visible in the evidence. The viewer should leave with one concrete checkpoint, not a prediction about where the market or policy process must go.